Protoss,
Yes.
both from Elevate, just looking strong, representing correctly. That's what a
Looking
team manager loves to see.
just so buff.
Hell yeah.
But we will start with our opponent in the bottom right corner. It is the blue Protoss player recently taking down Violet. Give it up for Elevate's Bales. Looking like a true Gosu.
Really is. And in the top left-hand corner, also representing Elevate, it is the Red Terran player, MaSa, aka the one true Maru.
He really is. He's so good. And
Seriously.
yeah, and to go back to what you were saying before, he really is kind of, there's a lot of variance day to day. Like recently he was just so good against Firecake. He just absolutely tore him apart with unbelievable play. And then the next day it was like, oh, what happened? Like like it was like his Super Saiyan ran out and he just was right back to regular old Goku.
Yeah, I wasn't able to go to the store to get any sensu beans. I'm sorry, but that seems to be. I mean, it sounds funny to say, but it really is true, and it happens. And I'm not sure if it's whether he's just feeling it one day or just not. I know recently he was a bit sick. I forget what it was that he played in, but he was. So maybe he's fully recovered now and looking pretty strong as he comes into this winners match after taking out Pili Pili in some really, really cool games, actually. Like, super aggressive, weird build.
I love to see that kind of creativity. Just want to take an opportunity to thank our sponsors, by the way. Asus ROG, Chairs for Gaming, Corsair Gaming, and Enthusiast Gaming. Really appreciate everything you guys have done. Makes this event possible.
Yes.
But getting back into the game, we are seeing a Reaper expand into CC, into Factory from MaSa, whereas Bales just going for the same build we saw from Pili Pili before, which is that gate into or wait, no, did he go gate Cybercore first?
I think he might have went gate.
He did.
Yep.
Interesting.
So,
that's
a bit safer, but
yep. Going to allow him to scout a little bit earlier with that adept. MaSa is going to be coming in here with the SCV, sees the timing on that Nexus, and he'll say, oh, okay, cool. No weird proxy adept all in or one base blink build. This isn't like Duck or something crazy.
Oh my god, throwbacks, right? Oh.
Yeah. We are seeing Hellions though from MaSa, very interesting.
Okay. Well, whenever I see MaSa do this kind of stuff, it's all about his multitasking and his aggression that he puts on and where he expects you to transfer your probes. So we might see some kind of a drop. Actually, he doesn't even have a start point. Never mind. I wasn't sure if he was going to be doing this dual-pronged aggression with a drop, maybe, and then forcing all the probes to go to the natural, where the Hellions would be waiting. But that's not going to be the case here at all, Steadfast.
No, I think this is actually kind of a fake out. He's going to show these early two Hellions, and he's actually going for a third command center behind this. So what it looks like he's doing is he's going to fake out some very heavy two-base aggression, but he's actually just going to be pumping hardcore econ. And actually might even get a probe. No, doesn't get one. Has to run away. But nice micro from Bales right there, pulling that probe away.
Yeah, and it was good on him to, good on MaSa to keep the Hellions alive. So they're always going to be a threat. And I think Bales needs to really keep that in the back of his head. So
honestly,
probably feeling good about defending that.
Yes, yeah, he is. But I think it's just going to be exactly what you said, just keeping those alive to threaten in the future. And meanwhile, he's just going to be pumping SCVs so aggressively. And he's actually only 3 workers behind at this stage in the game. Is a really nice position when you've basically gotten away with that third command center.
Yeah. Good on Bales, though, to go for the Observer. So he will see this. He's not going to get faked out by it too long. But I assume that he would have loved to start his Nexus before the Terran did. I've seen that become so much more common nowadays, where it used to be the other way around. But MaSa trying to keep it how it used to be. You know, he likes the good old days. That's MaSa, old school player, still doing so well right now.
Yeah, he really likes getting that economy as early as possible. Is going to scout. Oh, did he?
He missed the command center scout with his observer.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate. That's such an early third command center too. If he knew that, he could put on some Blink Stalker aggression. Is going to come in here with the observer and see it. MaSa, on the other hand, does scout that third nexus, so he's very happy with that from the Hellions. But it looks like Bales is going to gear up to do some Blink Stalker pressure.
Yeah, seems to be the case, right?
Building quite a few stalkers of his own. Could just be defensively, but with this number, I think you're going to want to do something with them across the map.
At least at the third, maybe deny mining for as long as possible while he goes and he sets up his own third. So I think with with him taking this one on the bottom, it does give a little bit less travel distance here for Bales to do so. But he has to be very careful too, because if he uses all of his stalkers to go across the map, he really doesn't have a lot at home. He's only just now setting up his infrastructure.
Yeah, and MaSa's going to have a very nice lead. He's got +1 almost done. Stim is done. Combat Shields is well on the way. And Bales doesn't even have a Forge yet. Just now starting it. Okay. And with 2 medevacs already out, I think MaSa's going to have a pretty strong timing to just get very, very aggressive until what looks like it's going to be disruptors are out for Bales. Looks like he killed an observer right there, too.
Yeah. Yeah, just limiting the vision and scouting here of Bales as best as he can.
You know what? That was the first loss we had in the whole game. That's hilarious.
In the whole game? Whoa! Yeah. Damn. Both players respecting each other. Maybe a little too much, you know?
Yeah.
But and it makes for a better game.
Oh, sometimes it does, yeah. They just both know. And I think that MaSa did get the advantage there. Oh, nice observer positioning from Bales. And he's going to keep MaSa from being able to get several probes for free with that tricky, sneaky high ground position. As long as he does move his army. And it looks like he's gearing up to do that. He has resonating glaives in a pretty big army. MaSa's got to be careful. Force fields. Ooh, actually catches quite a few units. Very nicely done. And the shade finishes. Going to get a lot more units, actually. That was a really nice trade for Bales. Targeting down those medevacs. But he's... MaSa is going to be able to run them away. But Bales takes a really nice trade. And
it was all because of that observer.
Yes, and he's actually going to get another one of those medevacs. Not the second one, though. But still, really nicely done.
That timing couldn't have been more perfect. Like, the difference between having an observer there and then not having one is the difference between this third base being so saturated and just almost being empty. So really, really nicely done there by Bales, who's playing it so safely, hasn't really put on any aggression, just focusing on his tech and his economy as he gets... Oh, he's going for Colossus, actually. Not even going to go for the Disruptors, yeah.
And Colossus are actually... People kind of look on them with disdain, but they're actually pretty good still. Their attack speed is very high. They're exceptionally good against bio units. And against Liberator-based play, which is what we're seeing from MaSa, they're actually very, very good. You put them on hold position, just keep them out of range of the Liberation zones, and you can do a lot with them.
Wow. All right, then. Here we go. Fourth base being taken as well here by Bales. And MaSa is gearing up to get his production in store. One Widow Mine going to be coming to see if it can get that juicy mineral line. But it seems like Bales knows what's up. Oh, no. He doesn't.
Oh, it's on the high ground, actually. That's really cute. Gonna quilt. Oh, killed like 7 workers right there. Meanwhile, the Liberation zones at the fourth base, really nicely placed. Not sure why MaSa actually... maybe, yeah. No, you know what? He does have a pretty small army. Doesn't want to get it swallowed up by Bales. And, oh, look. That poor Marine at the watchtower getting absolutely slaughtered right there.
Sucks to be him, but, it's okay. He's in a better place now, so... I think as we go on here, it's surprising here. They're only on +1 each, but MaSa has already added the second eBay. Bale's still working off of 1 Forge, and... I think we should see a second Forge getting put down as this is about that halfway mark.
And yes, MaSa's really looking to pull ahead. If he starts 3-2 at the timing when he can, he's going to be in a great position. Meanwhile, the Templar Archives is on the way. And actually building with the second Robo, he's got now Disruptors and Colossus. But MaSa does have the range for Liberators about halfway done.
That's something that I was... I noticed it a bit too, and 3 Liberators being made at a time here. Instead, it's like I've seen PVTs go to that point where there are just simply too many Liberators, and Protoss just can't really deal with them, especially without any Tempest, which is what Bales might be looking to get into if he's aware.
And we do see a drop on the right side of the map. Gonna try and maybe boost into the natural. Meanwhile, on the left side, there could be a big army engagement. Oh, I like this. Going straight past the cannons is MaSa. And, big liberation zones. Bales has got to be so careful. Wasting that disruptor shot, maybe? Yeah, it does miss everything. Meanwhile, in the main, a lot of damage getting done. Big upgrade advantage for MaSa. Oh, but we do see the pylon overcharge and more adepts. So it's going to be okay, I think, for Bales. But
yeah,
MaSa... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, he holds it pretty nicely, so.
Yeah, but MaSa really forcing a lot of stress onto Bales and going to be dropping at the third base. Nice. Oh, wow, look, so many liberation
crazy.
zones.
And they all have the range upgrade, too, so it's so much harder to just blink under them. But he's going to try to go on the top side. There isn't a disruptor in the mix, but, geez, how do you actually engage this with the position that MaSa has? You can't even go on the south side because of the way the map is.
The liberation zones just did so much damage to that army. They absolutely shredded it. And even though that looked okay-ish for Bales, that was huge losses, and we can see it in the bank of MaSa. Is going to try and hold here. He is doing a nice job delaying with the Colossus. Does waste one disruptor ball, so not ideal right there. But MaSa's slowly pinching him off. Not a lot of medevacs with this army, though.
You're right. He started his Liberator production so early that those medevacs are just not really in a high number, and they don't even have a lot of energy either. Is Bale's going to commit to this? I think so. He's going in, but he's fighting under the liberation zones. Disruptor shot does absolutely nothing, and the only thing that does remain here are the Adepts. There are the Colossi on the right side, but I mean, really, what is going to deal with the Liberators?
There's nothing to deal with those. Any pylon overcharge from out of range, but there's not much he can do right there. And MaSa continuing to press forward with those liberation zones, despite the Adepts in the back. I do like that move. And with these reinforcements, I think MaSa is going to be able to lock down this fourth base.
Yeah.
We do see a Tempest coming out. That's what he needs, but he needs a lot more of these.
Eventually, Steadfast. Look, this Tempest putting in the work. If he can take out how many Liberators? 10 Liberators.
Oh, jeez.
He's going to find himself in a decent spot, and that's not even what he needs to be in right now. He loses the fourth base.
Does recall the probes, which is nice, but it's just he's so far behind right now. There's 5 base for MaSa.
Yep. And he's on superior upgrades. He has 2-1. Bales hasn't even started his ground upgrades again. He's only on 1-1, and he just can't really find the time maybe or the resources. I believe he has the resources, but I mean, honestly, he has a little bit of a bigger issue on his hand, and that is these Liberators. And this is just going to be an absolute annihilation here.
Yeah, stepping forward is MaSa. Does have to be careful, but with those liberation zones coming down, there's just no way that he can hold even this third base. And that Liberator taking down one of the Colossus. Big overstims, I think, from MaSa, but I don't know that it's going to matter. He just has done so much damage to the army of Bales, and there's really not much he can do at this point. Big destructor shot. Maybe a moral victory right there, but if we look at the supplies, it's still over 60 in favor of our Terran player MaSa.
Yeah, the biggest issue is that Bales doesn't have any mining bases here, aside from that natural. If you want to call the main a mining base, then be my guest, but honestly, it doesn't have that many minerals left at it. And Bales, he at least pushes MaSa away, but it's because MaSa, I don't believe, is rallying everything.
MaSa kind of just torturing him right here, even throwing down a liberation zone at the natural. Is going to have this cleaned up, but taking advantage of the high ground. Poor assimilator does go down at the original fourth base. And MaSa even taking a 6th base right now.
Because why not? Why not?
Yeah. He's got 6 base. He's got 3-2 upgrades with +2 ship weapons. This is just really, really clean, crisp play from MaSa and absolutely tearing Bales apart. Now, Bales does have a decent Tempest count, but he's going to need to hold miraculously for about 8 minutes straight without losing even half of the army value of his opponent to win this.
Disruptors allow good cost efficiency, but I don't know, Kev. Dave, this is a full surround, and the army, good disruptor hits do go down, though. But it's just not enough. GG.
GG. Well played from MaSa. Nice push on that fourth base. Bales